and welcome back to the Daily News Network. It's time for Finding Your Frequency. I'm Brian Sexton, joined today by the HR People Coach, Elizabeth Charron. How are you?
Fabulous, thank you.
Oh, you were telling me you've been in the HR business 40 years.
40 years.
Where did you get your start?
So, my very first job out of college was in I got a part-time file clerk position in the HR department.
We say file clerk, you mean with paper?
Literally, and filofax is where you would jot down all the information.
Oh, you actually write?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Somebody got a raise, pull out the flip, write it in, file it in the cabinet.
That was just after the Stone Age is finished, right?
Pretty much.
Hey, listen, I'm of that same demographic, so trust me.
And I had the first computer in our office on my desk to put tab space. But yeah, for me it was fascinating. Not from knowing everything about everybody, but it was just fascinating to me how everything happened. The world worked in that department. People with, who's getting promotion, who's getting a raise, who's getting demoted, it was all completely fascinating to me. It's like people watching from
the inside out.
The inside out.
Yeah, you saw how the team was put together.
And it really taught me how do things work. I mean, the heart and soul of any business is people.
Yeah.
It's not bricks and mortar. It's the people that run it, and all the different variances and all the different personalities and how people thrive and grow. And that's what really got me into that. I went from there. I went through every single department that HR. I did recruiting. I did benefits. I did compensation. Hated it. But those employee relations, those people relations, that's what really got me, because I could see the impact it had on businesses. Yeah. People who are treated well within the context of what's right for them. One of the things I say is there is no wrong culture in business.
Okay.
Your culture is yours. Own it.
Right.
I talk about two big companies, two tech companies, one hard driving, dog eat dog, step over the body in front of you. And the other one, they play Frisbee at noon. People take nap pods. And,
I'd like to know about that. Yeah.
They made a movie about it. Pretty good. Free bagels.
Right.
So, but both are very successful. Find the place where you fit in. And the one thing I would say to organizations is be who you are, right? Like a lot of people, let's say to HR, oh, I want to do this culture. I'm like, okay, who are you? And they're like, well, tell us what we need to do. I'm like, no, I need to tell you, give me who you are. And that's what we'll put out, because people who feel comfortable in that environment will come to you and they'll work for you and they'll thrive for you. So many times people want to say, here's the environment, right? And I want to get people in my environment, but then they get there and it wasn't the environment you said. And then everybody's confused.
Sure.
So my point is own who you are, be proud of it,
right,
and then drive it. And again, then we get into where I come in from compliance and don't cross lines. I don't hire any women. No.
Right.
But let's talk about what makes you unique and what makes your environment strong, and you find people who fit in it.
I assume that you as the HR people coach, you deal with a lot of different industries and a lot of different companies.
Yeah.
Is there one common thread that you find yourself, one common issue that you find yourself working in more than others these days?
So it's that mid-management level leadership position. People who got promoted because they did their job well, but then no one went in and said, here's how you lead. There are only 7 leadership styles. And the first question I go in and I ask, when I do a leadership class is, what's your leadership style? And people can't tell me. That should be a basic. Before you get promoted, you should know, hey, I like to be inclusive. I like to be, there's 7 different styles. I was about to, but you who you are, and then you lead from there. And then you can't flex your style to a situation until you know who you are. Okay. So that's where I kind of think that the biggest problem is businesses get to a point, it's their business, then they grow, they hire someone, they put them in a role, and then that person is causing all kinds of chaos. And, next thing you know, you're getting an EEO suit, or you're getting an unemployment claim or something. And you're like, what happened here? This was my family business. How did I? And that's where I kind of step in and say, let's get them the tools that they need to do the job the best that they can do. Things that you do naturally.
Right.
Because that's how your business grew. But not everybody has that. So let's give them the tools to succeed.
So if someone wants to find you and they know that they need what you're offering, what's the best way?
So my website.
Okay.
Most of my business, to be honest, is pretty much word of mouth.
Sure. Well, that's great for you.
Yeah.
Right. But there might be someone who's watching here, and we'll put it in the show notes. What's your website? HRPeopleCoach.com. Okay.
Real simple.
HRPeopleCoach.com.
I just wanted to make my business exactly what I do.
Right. And that's exactly what you do.
That's what I do.
Listen, this conversation can go on forever because when you got started, there was no internet, for goodness sakes, right? People didn't have cell phones in their pocket that they could see emails and text messages at all hours of the night. The complexity of HR in 2025 is so much greater. Of course, the technology is there. Right?
Yes.
To be able to solve some of those problems. And I assume you help people do that.
That's what I do. Like one of the programs I have, I call it the helpline, right? So it's a subscription service. I make it very easy for small companies. It's $200 a month.
Yeah.
Call me up and say, can I fire this person? And let's walk through it. 5 minutes of your time to save you some heartache, and then we can talk about things like, what do your policies look like? People believe what they read. That's why the National Enquirer is so successful.
Yeah, that's a good point.
People there's aliens in Nevada because, I saw it in the National Enquirer. My mother actually believes that. So that's why that handbook is so important that, so we do compliance and we do employee relations and we do all the things that help you just drive your business. Your business is driven by people. So let's give them the best opportunity to succeed.
Listen, your passion for people comes bleeding through. I'm sure that everyone who's watching this right now feels that. All right, how about a couple of quick hitting questions and answers for finding your frequency? Everybody has a life-defining moment. Most people have more than one. Share one with us. Something that helped you become a successful HR professional.
Oh gosh, there's so many. But I'm going to tell you a story. It's close to my heart. You often wonder, can I do the things that I can do? I have education, I have experience, but even I'll go like, can I do this? Like that hesitancy. Several years before my dad passed away, I was living in California and we went to go see the redwoods in the middle of winter, mind you, and the road was closed. You couldn't go up to see them. So I said to my dad, let me go up and for him, let me go up and see if I could take a picture of the tree for you. Well, I didn't realize it was a 4-mile walk. I'm in a cashmere sweater. Yeah. I'm all by myself. And I keep hearing the ranger saying, "Now watch out for bears and tigers, not tigers, bears and wildlife." And I'm like, and I'm walking up going, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. But as I was going, I thought, I'm accomplishing this. I don't hike. I don't, but for a purpose and for him, went up 4 miles and took a picture of a tree and turned around. And the thing that was for me was that all these people who had watched me trudge up this mountain to take this picture, they stopped me and they said, oh no. And they took the camera and I took pictures of people I didn't know, hugging a tree. It was just a wonderful experience. And I thought, how much do people just want to be part of something bigger than what they are? So I set out to accomplish something for him. I did it. I hiked 4 miles up and 4 miles down. Still can't believe I did it in a cashmere sweater.
Yes.
But that camaraderie for that moment in time with people, it reminded me why I do what I do. And it gave me the confidence to go and say, you got this, you can do this.
That's a great story. One of the best I've had. How about an obstacle that you've overcome besides the snow and the mountain?
People think I'm an extrovert.
Okay.
Really not. This is really hard.
Well, you're doing it very well. If I'm the obstacle you've got to overcome, man, it's easy.
So this was like, 15. I'm not going. I'm not going. Why am I doing this? But now
look at the camera. Tell everybody how nice I am.
I'm fabulous.
How easy this
wonderful.
is to do.
Where's the camera? It's absolutely outstanding, and it's really fun in here.
How about a piece of advice?
Look, you know what? From a business perspective, honestly, I go back to know who you are and how you run your business. It's okay. Don't break laws. Don't be, Scrooge or, whatever. Even he was okay because Marley, he worked there. He actually liked working there. He was good, fine in his misery. Okay, good for him. Know who you are. And when you recruit, when you look for people who want that kind of environment, who want to be there, but take care of your people. Be clear with your expectations. Be clear with what your expectations are. Give them a chance to have a voice to say a two-way street. So again, when you're looking at your business, own who you are.
Yeah.
make it part of your own. And again, I know we have a bad reputation, but get the HR support because we really are there to make your environment the best environment can be for who you want it to be.
HRPeopleCoach.com. That'll be in the show notes, folks. Liz, thanks so much for coming in today.
No, thank you very much. This was great.
Thank you. Hope you'll come back.
I think I will.
I think you will too.
Thank you.
I'm not that bad. I say that all the time. Thanks for joining us here on Finding Your Frequency, part of the Daily News Network. We'll see you next time.